What's going on, guys? It's Cliffy here today, taking on the foes from across the ditch, Australia, in what kind of is like a Super 8 format that they've done in this World Cup. Basically splits into two groups of four, and the top two, after they play each other, I think go and fight it out in the semi-finals. I think, but I'm not too sure. But nevertheless, basically we need to win. If we win all our games from here, we are going to go and be the champions. So that is our aim, to go. What would it be? It would be 5 from 5 from now, because we've got to play Australia, then we've got to play another 2 games in the group, and then we've got to play our semi-final and our final. So 5 games to go. Hopefully we can go and get it done and add another piece of silverware to an already pretty impressive trophy cabinet, I guess you would say. And that is a great catch from Brendan McCullum. Running backwards, takes it on the boundary, and that is something that he goes and offers this side now that he has come back. But in saying that, I am technically playing 3 wicket keepers in the starting 11. Ronke is keeping, BJ Watling's in there as a specialist batsman, and McCullum's in there as an opener. But all 3 of them can keep. And we are, I guess that's one of the things that New Zealand in this game is a little bit spoilt for choice with, is wicket keepers, because there are a lot of them around there. I mean, Derek de Boer is there as well. Could go and put him in. But yeah, as I said, plenty of options. But Australia have got off to an excellent start here. Wickets are going to be the way forward, and we've just gone and picked up George Bailey, who I believe is the captain for today. Gone and picked him up, but Shane Watson, he is really starting to go good, and he is currently, just have a look, he is currently 32 off 11, so he is really smashing it. He is going to be the big wicket for us if we can get him, which we should have had then, but Taylor has gone and put him down at first slip. But that is a pretty good over from Jimmy Neesham. But yeah, I think that Shane Watson is going to be the big wicket here. And hopefully Spin can go and get it done here. Because looking at the stats before this game, we've played 5 games, 5 T20 internationals against Australia, and we've never won one. We've lost 4 and tied 1. So it would be nice to go and try and pick up that first win in what isn't a knockout game, but kind of is a knockout game, if that makes sense. Not really. It doesn't make any sense to me. But Watson is basically holding together this Australian side at the moment. His wicket is huge, and because of that, I'm going to go and bring back the seamers now. Hopefully Tim Southee, Mitch McClenaghan can go and come back. They were a little bit expensive in their first spell, but hopefully they can come back and pick up the wicket, because wickets at the moment, if we can go and get down, I think they've got Ben Cutting to come next, and then it is Brad Haddin, who is still wicket keeping for this Australian side. So it would be nice if we could go and pick up them, as I said, because then they don't have too much batting. Saying that, though, Ashanagar batting at number 9, and we all remember what he did in the Ashes, scoring that. I think it was it 90 odd not out? I can't remember quite how many it was, but they've still got a lot of batting to go here, and we are only in the 14th over, so it will be interesting to see how we go. We've got our other 2 overs, our other 4 overs out of Sodhi and Williamson. I was just trying to think who it was. Oh, I thought we had Watson then. It doesn't matter. We've got him there. So that is a big wicket. He was really holding that Australian team together today. And hopefully that can be the difference between Australia setting a good score and a below par score, because we've just gone and picked up Brad Haddin as well. So they are starting to get down. Well, they don't really have a specialist batsman left, because I wouldn't class Ben Cutting as a specialist batsman. I'll class him as a bowler who bats pretty well. I'll just class him as an all-rounder then. But saying that, we have gone and picked him up. So this is going to be a pretty easy score to chase. It's looking like if we can go and wrap it up quickly, it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good to go and wrap it up pretty quickly, and we're not going to be chasing too much. But saying that, the pitch is doing a little bit spin-wise, and Australia do have 2 spinners. But saying that, if we can go and get after them, like we've got after players all tournament so far, maybe the spinners won't come into the game as much, because we would have already taken the damage off the seamers in the power play. Saying that, though, there's no reason why they can't go and bring a spinner on in the power play, but it doesn't seem to happen very often in this game. McCullum carrying on where he left off. And I must say, we've got a pretty good side. It's probably not the best balanced New Zealand side that I've had in this game, because I don't really have, as I said, I don't really have that specialist batsman that I would like to have at 5. I've got, Ronke's batting there today, but Watling can bat there. It just depends on the situation in the game. But it is still a pretty balanced side. Neesham at 7, you know, maybe if he went and he batted at 6, had a keeper, they've brought a spinner on in the power play. That's my point gone. They've brought on another spinner in the power play. That's alright though. We are well above the net run rate at the moment though, people. So that is what we like to see. Only needing 4 runs and over, so going about it pretty well. And this will be a good chance for both Williamson and Ross Taylor to go and get some time in the middle, because it may get to a point in the tournament, you know, later on in the tournament when we're in the semi-finals, or maybe the last group game, shall we say, in this group, that we may need Ross Taylor and Kane Williamson to go and score quickly, or, you know, bat throughout the innings, which is looking like what they're going to do here, because we lose Guptill and McCullum early. And it is a hard one because, I mean, both of these players can play aggressively, but these two are kind of like, I guess, my anchors in the side. And they are going to be the ones that, if things get tough, that they can go, stick around, and carry on, as they have gone and done today. I mean, they haven't scored. Well, Kane Williamson scored pretty fast. He scored 57 off 35. But Ross Taylor, basically a runnable 30, and that is what we like to see. Kane Williamson's average has gone up to 40 in T20s as well. I think he's averaging more in T20s than he is in Test matches. But Ryan McComb picking up man of the match again. I think he picked up man of the match in in the last game as well, I should say. But 4 for 15 today. We absolutely demolish the Australians, and as you can see, we are now going to be top of there. Basically, another win for us would almost guarantee us place into the semi-finals, but you know, with these 4-team things, anything can happen. India could win their last 2 games, Australia could win their last 2 games, and we'll all be tied and we'll go down to net run rate. But we do have a good net run rate, beating Australia by such a large amount that it should play into our favour. And another win, as I said, will almost guarantee us a place in the semi-final. Anyway, guys, do hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please remember to leave a like. If you are new, please do subscribe. Tune in later tonight, 7 o'clock to be precise, for some more Cricket Coach. We're going to have some Dutch domination, playing T20s and that as well. T20 crazy at the moment. Must have something to do with the IPL. Hope you've enjoyed it, guys, and we'll catch